Hello. How you guys doing? It's Monday. Had the day off. It's nice. Let's get in here. So what I'm trying to do is solve this back corner here. And so I've kind of blocked it out. It's pretty messy. But it helped me establish some of the shapes I didn't know I'm going to need. So I'm going to need these arches here. These pillars look like they can all be the same pillar. So that's going to be pretty helpful. I like this arch that peeks up. I know that right now these arches are really clean, and I think they're going to go more along the lines of like what you're seeing here. Kind of more like broken up. Like in the block out, that's kind of what I was trying to portray. Whoa, Stillman. I have none, man. One thing I know is I need to delete these. Those are not in the correct spots. So I'm going to clean this area up first. So this area basically got demolished once we updated to the Unity with prefabs, which is fine. I mean, these are prefabs that I'm duping around now. That I got Gozi running on sorry, my brain. Running on Moto now, so we should be able to push back and forth. So what I've been doing is with this piece here, I'm just blocking it out, right? I'm back. What's up, Darklin? How you doing? Yeah, so we're just gonna basically continue on this piece. I think what I'm gonna start doing is separating it out into the parts. Derp, what's up? How you doing? So we go in here. Man, that's so sick. I always forget that Moto retains instances in the FBX files now. So like if I've got an instance, right, and I save it as a FBX, the instance will retain. Super nice. Anyway, so I know that I need to make this piece. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the shape of it right now, but it's something that's up there. It helps bridge the gap between this large support beam that's up top. This is Unity. It's just a Unity. Does Blender also do that? I have no idea. I know that Moto did not, and then they added it, and I assume it's just them updating their FBX format. But that's just an assumption, so I mean, I would look into it. Okay, so what I need to do is actually start splitting this all up into pieces that I think will work. Your inner Maya came out. I mean, I hope you have an inner Maya if you're a Maya user. Oh man, you're gonna lurk and cook some tea? Oh my gosh, tea sounds good. I got my water. Yeah. If I finish this, I'll be almost at my goal for the day, which is 2 liters of water. UA4 has somewhat easier UI in your opinion. I mean, dude, it's all about what you're comfortable with, right? Like this UI feels a lot more like my work, so I just went with that. All right, let's get to this. Oh yeah, I need my pure ref. How was the grass made? Actually, I downloaded it. Oh, who did I get it from? I've forgotten now at this point. Renz? Art by Renz. Check him out. He's good. He's got a lot of really good scans. But I downloaded the texture and then I modeled the grass cards myself. Okay, let's see here. So if I turn ref on, where's that show up? It shows up here. Maybe we want that moved to somewhere. Does up there work? I don't know if that... Let me know if that gets in the way of things that I'm constantly showing. So a lot of this would be tileable textures. There might be some unique normal bakes, but I think in the grander scheme of things, you'd probably do tileable materials and a lot of geometry to just fake the shapes. So let's get to it. So what we're gonna do, I started separating this out in the last stream. Just Control N and paste. And we're gonna move this to origin. I don't know where they moved the tools, the movement tools. Edit, paste tool, paste selection. New mesh, select. Oh, wow. Yeah, all right. We'll just do it manually. I'll look into that later. The new UI is pretty good. It just, I'm not used to it yet. Hey, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Is it Emmanuel? Edit center? Edit center? Center selected all? There it is. So if I did all, and then I go here, edit workbench. Where is it at? Add recent. Oh, it's not in here. All? Was that it? Center all. Let's see if this works. So I'll just move it over here. Nope. Cool. This is another thing I'm trying out. They have a workbench page where basically anything that you're doing, you can just like make great worlds. Thanks for the tier 1, man. Much appreciated, dude. If you're on the if you're on our Discord, there's a channel just for you sub peeps. But yeah, this workbench is pretty cool because like anything I do, like if I hit delete, right? Delete's a pretty simple one. You wouldn't need to hotkey it, but you can go in here and you can go to recent and add delete. This is how I added the Go Z button, so I don't have to go up here and then click Go Z here. I can just press that. Control Shift G. That's cool. I didn't know there was a hotkey for that. That's awesome. All right, let's go here. So with this menu, this one's contextual. So based on what you're doing, it'll change. So if I'm in UVs, you see all the UV tools come up, and if I'm over here, then it goes back to the modeling tools. And then it's all based on like if it's verts, edges, faces, object. Dude, there's the center all. Oh my gosh. There it is, guys. All right, so let's cap this. I can't see my, What is going on there? See that weirdness? Weird. Just gonna do this a couple times, make sure it's all clean. All right. I got this guy. sure. See these like weird highlighted edges. I wonder if that's super weird. I don't know what that is. Just make sure. Yeah, no, that's clean. That's good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna raise this up a little bit just so I have a little bit of padding if I need to like have the pillar a little taller and whatnot. Got into Moto after seeing you use it in stream. Been on it for a couple of months now. Dude, awesome. You're finding it a nice experience? That's really good. Oh, I always hit that. There we go. That's dope. We all agree that we're here for Maru. Oh, yeah. Yes. I can bring him on stream later. Near the end, we'll bring him on stream. So what I'm doing is just making sure that this mesh is all like at least relatively cleaned up so that when we bring in a ZBrush, it's good to go. Normally, I would say this piece here, probably don't need to bring it into ZBrush. Maybe we can do the edge, normal edge damage thing on there. Actually, I don't know if you can do that in... I don't think you can do that in Unity. Not without their new shader stuff. Anyway, I guess we'll just ding it up a little bit. So let's look at what's going on here. We've got 3 pieces. Let's grab this. Was it Control-Shift-G? Nice. Feels bad, man. I wonder if it's because I'm using the new ZBrush. Yes. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. New features. There we go. All right. I wonder if Gozi is broken in the new Gozi. Or in the new ZBrush. It's raining here, bad luck. Not me. That's what I'm saying, man. We need to be averaging, I think, about 80 viewers. Only Zool. Or are you using Zool now? What's Zool? I don't know about Zool. Okay. Well, let's go here and we'll do it the hard way. I mean, make sure stuff isn't gonna pop up like files, save files I shouldn't let you see. Give me a second here. That's right, secret things. Okay, cool. What is Zool? Maybe I'm reading that completely wrong. Okay, now we got that. Let's do... Ghostbuster reference. Oh my god. It is. That's great. Okay. Let's import. Oh man, every window is coming up like right behind the pure ref and have it like always on top so I can't see anything. Oh right. I can't freaking export out FBX. That's cool. Vertex, dude, thanks for the Prime, man. Welcome. If you're on the Discord, which I think you are, you should have access to another channel now. the Severuni channel. Pillar. All right, and then back to ZBrush. Man, I feel so rusty. There it is. Hey, pillar. Okay. Dope. Secret files, dude. Oh no, my pen. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's blah. So we want to split to parts. Hit OK. Oh no, that's cool. Oh right, polygroups. Auto group. There we go. Subtool. Split to parts. All right, there we go. Cool. And then we got this middle piece here. All right. Let's zoom in. Yeah. So I will explain this because we actually haven't been in ZBrush in a while. I'm going to zoom in on something in here just so I have some type of details to kind of go with. It's funny because this is so aged, you can kind of get away with some of the shapes. So what I've done is I did a quick, where's it at? Polygroups. I did auto groups, which takes all the individual pieces and gives them a polygroup, which is kind of like these colors that you're seeing here. And then I did a split, and then split to parts, or group split. We'll also do the same thing. If you're unsure, you just hold down like what is it? Control? Yeah, Control. We'll tell you what a tool is going to do in ZBrush. Punker, hey, thanks for the follow. So I alt click to switch between these, and let's just get into this. So I've got this piece here. Oh yeah, I should probably save this as well, right? I'm just gonna save it in a new folder on the desktop. Pillar, high poly. There we go. All right. So I'm going to switch to this one. Let's go ahead and shift click the eye to hide all the others. And we hit the move key and click this little gizmo. We can go to remesh by DiNusty. So then you get these little gizmo things here. So this one's like your smoothing amount. This one's if it reprojects over the original shape after it creates the DiNusty version. And then this one is actually the target poly count of the shape. So if it's like 8,000, that's 8,000, right? The really nice thing about this tool is you can just keep dragging it up until you get like a desired look, which is awesome. So this is probably going to be, that'll probably be all right. Yeah, let's go with that. So this is, what is this? 50,000. 50,000, nailed it. Click the little gear here and then hit accept. It'll apply it, and then you can go back to your sculpting tool, Shift F to get rid of the wireframe. And then I'm just going to go into deformation and polish by 1. It should give us some okay bevels. There we go. And then because this is the new ZBrush, I don't have my chisel brush thing that lets me chip away at stuff. Like, it's kind of like this one. But basically what I'm going to do is use trim dynamic, or actually no, sorry. Hit the little comma key, go to brushes, go to the trim, and then you want to look for trim smooth border, which is this bottom right one here. Click that. And then if you use it real quick, you'll see it does a pretty good job, but it's got like a soft edge to it. Like I like how it chisels the edges away. But if you add like a square alpha to it, it does a better job of like adding a little bit of tooth to the edge where it falls off. And you'll see me use shift occasionally just to chip up or smooth an edge, just so that there's more, because this brush uses the average of the normal that is under the brush. So if you like hold shift, you can smooth it out a bit. That'll give you a more, a normal that you're more expected result. But yeah. Quilly Willy, what's up, man? We're going through one of the struggles of the fact that I don't have deferred decals, mesh decals in, oh, I don't need to chip up there. What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like in Unreal, you can do like this edge damage on like a floating mesh and then project it. In Unity, at least outside of their high quality rendering, they don't have that, as far as I know. But yeah, this brush is pretty cool because you can, usually I would say scale it up, get the big like chunks in, and then go in and like chip up that edge just to kind of break up the monotony of it, or like how straight the edge actually is. And then you just keep shrinking it and you can get some pretty nice cracking going on. So paying for this type of cracks is pretty subtle. Like if you want to like do this, you should probably go a little bit more on the extreme side. We should also see where the other subtools are at, because I bet they're like cutting into the, oh no, they're right. Okay, no, we're good. Shader editor is locked in HDRP. Oh, really? Okay, so then, yeah, so I'm using the Amplify shader editor, I guess you want to call it that. I think that is what it is called. I don't know if like, I don't know if they support that in the shader. So if you know, that'd be great. You are not in the tab. I just made the brush. It's the trim smooth border with a square brush. Everyone always asks about it, and then I do a video about doing like how I make it, and then I save it and all that stuff, and then people always ask again. So don't be sorry. Just be like everyone else. So we got this one that's pretty extreme. I think down here we could go pretty. That's so Swedish. You don't know what you're talking about, man. All right, so I alt click to switch to this one. We're gonna go to the move key again. I'm gonna hit that gear. Actually, let's save really fast. So we're down here now. I'm going to click this gear and we're going to remesh by Dynamesh, and we don't need it to be 50,000 or whatever. Let's see what we're looking at. So one downside I'm already seeing is that there's these hard edges here. That is no good. Let's reset. Let's delete that. Go back to this. Would I be willing to spare a couple of words on an inspiring game environment artist portfolio? You have to actually fill out a form, and right now the form is closed because we have a huge backlog of portfolios to go through. I think I have like 20 more to go through. I will probably open it up in like a week, maybe 2 weeks. You should join the Discord, and I'm sure people can help point you in the direction. What is this wizardry box thing? Dude, it's awesome. So if you press the move key, right, you get your gizmo. There's this little gear here, and you can do all types of stuff in here, man. It's dope. It is dope. And yeah, there's all types of things. So like for example, I alt click this pillar, right? And we've got the high poly version. You can go in here and then you can remesh by decimation. And then there's all these tools here. You can see you'll get a little pop-up down here of what it is. Poly paint weight. What do we got here? Protect borders, keep UVs, target poly count. If you've got symmetry, you can turn on or off, like Z symmetry on or off, and the other axes. But this one here, like let's say we want the pillar to be 2600. Let's see if it crashes. Right now it's processing. You can see up here. So it's going to take this 50 whatever thousand and turn it into whatever it needs to be. So this one should be, yeah. I mean, dude, you might not even need to unwrap or like bake that out if you're comfortable with the pillar being that expensive. Like you could go through and clean it up a little bit more, right? And the nice thing is now that it's processed that, we can just like lower the amount. So I can just keep pushing it down. So let's go to like 500. So that one's 500 polys. And then you probably want to go through and get rid of all these like really long triangles. But that's, I mean, that's pretty good. And then you would just accept it. But if I hit reset, then we're back to where we were at. When you delete the you can think about them like modifiers. But there's a lot of things in here, man. There's even inflate, stretching, smooth it all. Anywho, we need to look at this guy, and it's been a while since I've dealt with this problem. Normally what I would do is just add bevels and make it hard edged and then subdivide in ZBrush. But I want to see if we go into this view and then we click D, we do dynamic subdiv, and then geometry, dynamic subdiv, let's go like, let's divide again. So these are all dynamic, so this isn't being applied fully, right? Let me see here, dynamic. Let's do 4 times. Then we need, let me, I'm trying to remember all this stuff. Z modeler. And then we need, oh, season drag, dude. Thanks for the 4 months, man. How you doing? It's made by aliens. It must be aliens. Let's oh, D. So, oh, whoops. So I'm on this edge. I'm gonna right click on it. Oh man, I'm gonna use the mouse for this. So right click on this, and we need to, where is it at? Crease. Edge loop complete. Poly loop. Edge loop complete. What? Oh, I see. We need to delete higher. So the subdivisions. Oh man, I'm relearning all this stuff, guys. Sorry. Mika, DM me that info. Okay, so now what we need to do is, so we've got rid of the subdivisions. We can go back into dynamic. This is the nice part about dynamic, is it's just kind of live. If you want, you can move these around. What I want to do is turn dynamic off. I want to crease these edges. There we go. So you can see they get like a double dotted line around them. And I'm creasing edge loop complete. I'm just making sure these are all. All right, let me see what happens here. Kind of works. Because see, the idea is like to get these edges to retain while the rest creases. So if we turn the wire off, you can see that it kind of works. And then we need to, what are we doing here? Oh man, learning's fun, guys. I know there's a way, there we go. Alt left click is how you select. And then I need to crease. There we go. Okay. So if I apply this, now it's actually subdivided. Delete lower. Delete lower. There we go. Okay, so this is the actual mesh. And then we can go to Subtool. We can go here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is all wrong. Oh, I see what happened. Dang, dude, this is annoying. All right, anywho. Did you model your Division 2 assets in Blender? No, I did not. I did all my stuff in Moto. Okay, so we're just going to go here. Instead of trying to learn a new tool, I'm just going to exaggerate these shapes a little bit more. Right, and then I'm going to grab all those edges. Actually, let's see what we want to do here. We turn preserve on. I'm basically just gonna make it so what I'm going to do as well is make another mesh and paste it into that mesh container, and then this one I'll add all the little geometry that I want so that I can retain some shapes. Captain, what's up? Captain, my captain. Modeling in ZBrush feels like such a sin. It's fine. It's fine, but if you're not used to it, it's a horrible experience because you're still trying to, you know, make sense of it. I just realized I need to do these before I... Faceted, look at that. Shift D, and then do faceted. Gross. All right. Let's grab these. I don't even need all that selected. What am I doing? Export selected. Okay, go and save it over. Actually, let's do 2. Okay, so in this workbench, I want to see if I can export selected layers. Nice. That's good. That's good. It's a really unique software if you don't know it. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird at first. Oh, Pixel 1, I didn't read your message. Dino is considering doing the prop challenge this month. usually shy away from community challenges. It's very self-critical, or you're very self-critical, but I am wanting to push that aside and just do it. Yeah, dude. That's #1 way to grow, is to just don't worry about that aspect of it. Just a question on how you would go about texturing the building. Start with tileables, and then when you run into problems with the tileables, then bring it up in the chat, and we can talk about how you get around those problems. But tileable materials is most likely how I would handle them, just because of the size of the asset. Okay, now we're back in here. ZBrush, ZBrush. Let's import. We're probably going to lose the pillar, which I don't really care about because it's so simple to do. Pillar 2. All right. Oh, right. Maybe we don't lose it. Cool. Okay, so what we'll do is BMV. So we're in the move brush. Press Alt F. Polygroup, auto groups. Control Shift left click on that to hide it. So hang on here. I'm like, what? There we go. Okay, so we got all this pillar here, right? If you Control Shift left click, you'll hide everything except the polygroup that you have selected. If you do it again, then it's hiding that, and every respective one after that is hiding again. Yeah, it's pretty handy. So what we'll do, whoa, this is weird. I'm like, why is it hiding everything except for... All right, well, we'll just... Dude, I'm weirded out, man. There we go. Okay. And then split, delete, split hidden. Yeah, then we grab this one, and we can delete this one. And we can take this, and we can delete this one. And now we've got our high poly one and this one on top. There we go. Okay, and now it's a little bit smoother. I'm gonna split these again. Group split. Okay, so now we got all 3 pieces. Probably should save. How do they do tileables? The people that do not use Substance Designer, you can buy them, or you can do them. You can buy them, download them for free in some places, or you can use ZBrush to do them, or you can use Photoshop to do them. There's also mixers, a nice way of going about it as well. Okay, so let's go down here. Nice. Feels good, man. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, so that faceting, I'm just not going to really worry about it. What we're going to do... We're just going to look at this one. I'm going to do move tool. Yeah. Center on the object. So when you're hitting, where is it at? When you hit Alt, you see this little lock opens up. That allows you to freely move this around, right? But when the lock is not locked anymore, it'll do whatever. Everything's like locked to it in that sense. So you can see. So like if you need to move this to the center of this, you unlock it and then you click this button and it'll drop to the center of the asset, which is pretty handy. Remesh by DynaMesh. Let's go. So and then maybe we want smoothing up to 4. That seems to be doing the job. Reproject as well. Let's see. A reproject really takes time, doesn't it? All right, so we got this. Let's go ahead and accept that. And then I wonder if there's a smooth. What is this? Oh, wow. Whoa, it's directional. What? Okay, hang on. Huh. Dude, this song, I can't. Every time. All right, let's delete that. And we'll just go in here, deformation, polish by feature. No, let's try just regular polish. That helps a little bit with the weird fastening stuff. Man, I just don't really, I'm fine to just smooth it. Whoa. Trim smooth border. All right, cool. It's the naughty song. I mean, sure. So one thing with this type of stuff here is we probably need to go to the symmetry, radial. I don't know if this is going to work. I haven't really messed with this in a while. No, because radial is over. Do you see it's up there? Oh, that's great. I think what I'll do for simplicity's sake is do just some doodling. Oh. Oh yeah, if you alt click outside the mask, you're going to soften it. If you, or sorry, control click inside of it or outside of it, you're going to either soften or harden. I think. There we go. Control alt clicking will harden it. And then you can dupe that out like this. Dirty. So ghetto. All right, let's try some other stuff here. Let's try extract. Oh, no, it's the other way around. Extract. Wait, what? Is it really that way? Oh, it is. That's so funny. Interesting. So you can do that and then hit accept. And then it'll add a new subtool based off of your selections. Dude, that's hilarious. Look at that. That's funny. I'm just gonna dupe this over. Man, I really shouldn't waste time with this stuff. I think I'll add that with, we'll do that in post. because you can easily spend a ton of time on this stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go into here. File, open. I'm looking for a file where maybe I have no idea. It's been a while. Nope. All right. So what we'll do is we'll add shapes in here later, and then we'll just adhere them to, or import them into this tool. Because mainly, I don't think I actually need all those details, especially with all the other details that are floating around. We should just focus on this guy. All right, later, Darkland. We should also see where the pillar is so that we can also chip away at it. Oh, that's nifty. I didn't know that. If you shift, so you don't have to click the shift click the eye. You can just shift click the subtool to hide the I will just dynamesh it or decimate it down. You'll see in a minute here. It's pretty easy, which is why. Just gonna crease this in some areas. Oops. Doesn't need to be perfect. This is a pretty nice, they added this where basically when you start to draw or do the stroke, you tap shift and then you'll get this, and it'll give you like the angle. Which is pretty nice. And then you just let go of shift when you want to submit the stroke. Yeah, Substance Painter basically did it after these guys did it. But I mean, every tool, this is like people imitating Photoshop, I think, in the end. Yeah, it should be enough. I think these two need it still. Yeah, Photoshop, I think, was the OG when it comes to that stuff. wonder if I can just chip this up pretty bad. My idea of pretty bad is quite subtle as well, so. So the other thing is like, if I go into Unity and we look here, you can see like where the bottom meets. So are you going to add cracks? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. They tend to look very, I don't know, dedicating it to the bake usually is kind of weird. But we'll see. We could. So this hard edge here, right? Obviously this is low poly, right? But like that hard edge is kind of where you get the illusion break, where essentially it looks like geometry or it looks like 3D. So by doing some stuff like this, you can like imply more information than there actually is there. Even if it is a hard edge, like the normal map will help you bridge that gap and kind of make it look more so. I mean, judging by how I'm going to decimate this down too, it probably will just be in the geometry, but we'll see. I haven't messed with noise too much either. Like there's a new, their noise in here is pretty good these days, if I remember correctly. Where is it at here? Is it surface, I think? Noise? Yeah. So it brings up this like viewer, right? Which is kind of weird. So this is like, let's say this is your noise scale. Turn it up quite a bit. And then you hit OK. You'll see it on here, right? And then you can actually mask out where it's not happening. So if I do this, right, and then I click in the background to invert it, then it'll only show up there. And then remember, we can click and soften the mask, right? So you can, and then if you hit apply to mesh, you'll see that it's actually applied that noise information. During production, when would you make the call to include detailed destruction in the low poly or a complete bake down to normals? It's pretty rare to bake, like, it depends what type of game you're making, right? If it's like open world, you probably will not be doing a lot of unique bakes. Like all the stuff we're doing in this temple scene, like all this stuff is like unique bakes and hard edges and normal maps and all that stuff. Like this would probably be on a texture sheet, baked out with masks and everything included on it, and then applied to the geometry through UVs, instead of like baking out and having the high poly information. Like this detail here would be on like a trim normal sheet, and then all of this masking information you do in Substance Painter on top. So it'd be easier to use a bunch of tileable materials and then unique map based off a normal map that almost everything is using, and then a UV set for mask information, like where AO is and where edge highlighting is and all that stuff. I hope that answers your question. Oh, right, we can edit the curve of this too. So like if we can do stuff like this. So maybe it starts high, so it'll be at the original height of the mesh. So you can think about up here being at the original height. One for trim, one for mask, one for bakes. So trim and normal information would be the same. Masks and bakes are going to be the same. So you only should have like 2 UV sets. And you can see this the radius of this, softening this curve, is what's causing the edge to be so sharp. And then if we lower this amount and do like that, let's see here. I'm trying to find a good balance. So you could do something like this, hit OK, and then do your masking as well. But later on, we're going to be try it. That gets complicated. Depends on the shader. It really depends on the shader. Yeah, see how that works though, and then you can apply to the mesh, and then you're good to go. I usually prefer adding that type of noisy information in damage areas like this, right? So let's delete that now, because you don't want your whole mesh to be like busy. The other downside of doing high poly stuff like this is the amount of time it takes, you know? This takes a lot of time. And when you're making video games, you don't have a lot of time. So if you get a lot of unique stuff like this, you either outsource it or you find smart ways of doing it where it's not gonna like eat into your production time. I would say for this, at least for what I'm doing, you're gonna have also, it's turning into more of a detailed breakdown of baking and stuff, which is fine. So you would have like your diffuse, you'd have a normal, height map, and then a mask, which mask would have like, in this case, we'd have like RGB and then alpha. So I'd put my AO here, and then we put mud, edge highlights. So that's like where the stone is lighter on the edge. And then in the red channel, moss. So diffuse, normal, and height information. This is all coming from a master stone material. And then where the red channel is, moss, that's another master material. So we got two master materials. So that's 1, 2, 3 for diffuse, normal, height, and then mask. So 3, 6, 7 textures for the pillar. Now you have to remember though, is because we're using these master materials, you're going to get that's gonna bug me. You're gonna get a lot of use out of these. Stone and moss are actually used on basically everything in my scene right now as far as stonework goes. So basically you're paying for stone and moss once, and then all of its instances, however much that costs, and then the mask. So 2 materials and a mask. The mask is going to look at like UV. Nice, that doesn't look like a U at all. The mask is going to look at UV 1, and then these two are going to look at UV UV 2. Or no, let me think here. Because this is 0 to 1. These ones are not 0 to 1. They're looking at UV 0. So 2 UV sets. These go by too quickly. Hey, dude. Thanks for the 16 months, man. Time is weird, isn't it? Anywho, so, and for anyone who's wondering what this is called Epic Pen, just because I get asked a lot every time I bring that up. Which UV set would you reserve for Enlighten Unity? Oh, whatever is the 0 to 1. So probably the same as the mask UVs, right? Because there's not any overlap in that UV set. And I create the mask map in, so I unwrap it obviously in Modo, but I texture it in Substance Painter. This damage is so generic too. Like you could arguably just model it and pay for the extra geo and not have to pay for a normal map bake. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I forgot about. Diffuse normal height is in these, right? But you're also paying for another normal, which is the unique normal, which is looking at UV1. So you'll have your stone, moss, master material. So diffuse normal height, and then you'll have your unique normal, which is one map, and then you'll have your mask, which is one map. So 6, 7, 8 maps, and then this one will look at UV 0, UV 0, UV 1, and UV 1, and then light maps are going to be UV 1 as well, because these are all 0 to 1 non-overlap. Oh, channel packing. Yeah, no, you totally would channel pack if you have the opportunity to. Like, I didn't go into how I'm dealing with the maps inside of the master materials, you know? But you can see how, like, maps get used up real quickly. That's why those master materials, like, you probably be like 512 or 1024, but then you tile them however much you want. And then you just have a mask that's telling you, like, where all that tiling is. All right, so let's look at this guy next. It's 908. Let's power through this one and see if we can't get into a good spot. Get the tool here, move that up. See how fast that is? Oh, I love it. Accept. And then deformation, let's polish. There we go. Those edges are really soft. Whatever. Whatevers. Let's really mess up one of these corners. So make the brush nice and big. I don't know if you're still there, Ben, but I hope you're doing well. I saw all the pictures of your cat in the Discord. It's pretty cute, man. Do I have? I can't talk about that, man. Try it. Sorry, dude. Every studio is gonna have their own pipeline, though, and for the most part, they all kind of follow the same. Whoa, what was that? Oh, I've got the... So another nice thing about this tool is if you invert it, you can like build on top of. So you can do some pretty cool like repairs, I guess if you want to call it that. We'll do a pretty deep cut here. The reason I'm doing this pretty deep is most of the time we'll expect that edge to be submerged or pushed into the rest of the ceiling, but when it's not, or it's close to being exposed, you'll start to get this nice little shadow area in there. Trim smooth border brush with a square mask on it. It's really handy. All right, let's go back to this guy. Dude, this music's crazy. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm going faster. So to turn perspective off, let's save this real quick. Do a mask rectangle. Do something like that. Oh, nice. Oh no, the other side. So what I'll do is actually then mask this side and then move this back. And I'm not going to be exact about it. We'll just be close enough. That's cool. Let's go ahead, remesh again. So the downside with this remesh is, okay, so smoothing was, we're going to turn reproject on as well. Let's see if this helps us. We're basically trying to retain a lot of the information that's right here. See how sharp that is? Drive club. Drive club. That kind of did it. Let me see here. Yeah, a little bit. Let's turn this up a little bit more. 240,000. That's fine. Yeah, that should work. That should work just fine. Okay, let me zoom out here. Click this guy. Accept. Okay, I'm gonna just isolate this piece. I'm gonna go in here. Lower that smoothing intensity so we don't get too melted. You don't want your bevels too tight or else they just look like harsh lines at a distance. Okay. How's it going? What's up, East? What's good, man? I'm just, doing things. Beat Sculpt coming to VR headsets end of 2019. When's episode 111 coming out? Actually, I can probably do that tonight. I'm talking about the where I started doing the block out of the of this piece. That's when I started this big thing. Okay, so I think we got all of the pieces we need for this. We could, so I've saved this as the high poly, right? We go back here and we can then merge down, hit OK, merge down, hit OK. And then we can do the Dynamesh yet again, but we'll do it at like 1,000,000. This quick, do this music. Is my computer gonna crash? I think my computer is gonna crash. Okay, so the reason we did that is it melts all the pieces together. I don't know if you can see all the information's been melted. Stream going all funky. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Not gonna lie. Hey, thanks for the prime, dude. How you doing? 6 months, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna scale this a little bit so that we get a little bit more overlap inside of here. So basically I'm trying to make sure that these are all connected. Okay, let's try that again. We won't go with 1,000,000. So we'll do a Dynamesh with no projection, reprojection, and we'll go down to like 450. I think it's the reprojection that's getting us. That takes some serious processing. So I'm just looking at the edge here. Okay, this looks fine. So now these are technically all melted together. And now we can start building we accept that, and then we can go and decimate, remesh via decimation. Target polygon count. Let's go for around 1,000. Let's see what that looks like. Food shopping calls. All right, man. Cheers. I'll see you on the YouTubes and the Discord, of course. Did I get all robotic? That's awesome. Yeah, this is ZBrush Digital Bacon. How you doing? Okay, so let's look at the. So that's pretty low. We could go up from that. Let's do like 16. Yeah, that's acceptable. So then we click this, we accept, and then we export because Gozy is not being our friend right now. And then we go to here. Oh, what tool am I using in ZBrush right now? This thing. So if you do the move tool and you hit this little gizmo here, you've got all these little features here, and I'm using the remesh by Dynamesh and then the decimation. So you're basically just Dynamesh and decimation master in the transform tool instead of having to go through the menus. So I'll just do new on here, and we will import desktop pillar low. Okay. All right. Is 9:21. I think we can do a quick unwrap of this. Filter. We don't want to see the... We don't want to see cameras. Wait, what? Oh, that's just in here. Meh. All right. Goodbye, camera. Okay. Deform tools, duplicate, mesh create, mesh cleanup. So other maps, we don't have any of that stuff. Let's go into the shader here so we can just see what is happening. Crease by smoothing angle. Smoothing angle we will set to... We'll just set it all soft. And then we will crease accordingly. So one thing I really like about Moto is you can hide individual faces. So you can do some like nice selection stuff. Or like say I want all of that information to be in one unwrap. This is how I kind of do this process. So let's say that's going to be in its piece here. We're going to do this. And then we'll go project from view, get that piece, and then I'll just hide it, right? So it's like, it's kind of out of the equation now. Like maybe I want to include that. Did you try the UV seams kit? I have not. I mean, I thought that's already in here. Like if you're in your UVs, you can just like basically what I do is separate all these out and then I crease the edges. And that's how I actually, what am I doing? Hang on. So if I have this, right? I basically just start creasing edges to get the faces that I want, and then I use those hard edges and do a UV unwrap based off of those. Do you know what I mean? So if I do like, where is it at? Unwrap tool, and we do projection unwrap. We do an atlas. What is that? I'm like, why? Why is it doing that? Because you could do cubic. Oh. See, like if you select this and then you double click in the background here, then you can move this out of the way. And you can make some smart calls about like how this is unwrapped. Just grab all the pieces that you think need to be included with it. But yeah, this unwrapping sucks, man. I freaking hate it. Someday it'll be gone. But yeah, see, I could have that and then just do another project off of the, so then now that's cleaned up, right? And then I can just relax it later. But, oh, reference image. Thanks. There you go. We don't need it. We don't need that right now. Render me gone. Consider the reference rendered me gone. Thank you. Wow, that response turnaround was pretty nice. I guess the stream is doing okay. Or at least we think it's doing okay. So another thing you could do is just unwrap tool, conformal. Or sorry. Do Atlas. There we go. So this is the one I tend to like if I'm doing like really quick unwraps. Cause see, like this stuff is kind of nasty, right? Like maybe you just want to include it down here with this stuff. So then these guys need to get separated. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more room here. Yeah, so maybe tear off so we get that. And then let's exclude this and include this. Oh yeah, this way is gonna go pretty fast, I think. Then we probably don't need that. Let's see here. Actually, let's grab it, but we'll go all the way up to the top there. And you'll get, you'll get some weird, you'll get some that are like outliers, or like, oh, I forgot about that UV, and then you just do a reproject off of that one, and you'll be fine. So this one is good. Let's deal with the large shapes real quick. I think we can probably grab all of this. Not those ones. Yes. And then project view. Put that over here. Hide that. Yeah, see, these ones are basically handled for us, but maybe we just clean up the edges a little bit and just look at the edges here to see what's going on, and then project that one. Hide. Where's this one at? This one's super clean. We can actually take all of this. Oh, there's a horrible, like, tiny, gross. Yeah, so those ones are just fine. We can just hide those. So it's just making decisions on where seams are going to be. See, there's one weird one. It's like I want to know where that's coming from. So it's in here. So you just click on this and do a mesh cleanup. Oh, we don't need any mesh. We need a mesh cleanup. Where is this? Aha. See, this one's been solved for us already. It's 9:32. All right, we're making good time. Cheers, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Don't jinx it. So I will check that kit out. Definitely. It will not be during the stream though, just because I don't want to like have us lose the. Can you? Are you in the Discord? I don't recall. You just joined? All right. Could you DM me that link and I'll check it out for you. I'll check it out for me too. It's like a weird way of saying it. There's some more weird geo there. I see it. Let's check up here real fast. Oh. Weirdness is afoot. Jet, what's up? How you doing? Why is it Jet in here but Jed on the Discord? Just curious, asking for a friend. See, for the most part, this one's already been cleared based on selections. Minus that piece there. Oh, that's hilarious, Jen. I'm not even mad. So you are starting to get weird floating pieces. But you see how I keep moving all the UVs out here? So that'll allow us to see stuff that's going on over here in the 0 to 1 space afterwards. All the forgotten. We call them the forgotten. Because they're only forgotten temporarily. They'll be back. Oh, see, I want this to be its own separate piece. So we're gonna project from view. We'll move this over here, and then we'll grab that, and then we'll just tear that off. There we go. Well, same with this one. Starting to click faster now. Sorry, it's super clicky. Remember all that damage we made over here? Man, now we're paying for it. Now we are paying for it. I think I'll include that. I'll include all this down here too. All right, sure. Dude, so many like little stray randomness going on. Let's take care of this top piece here. Actually, no, let's... This music's interesting. I like Unity more, like layout wise. Like it feels like work, which is always a nice feeling. But for the next project, I'll be back in Unreal just for your guys' sake. Mainly because people that do my mentorships tend to be in Unity or in Unreal. So it's probably best if I can just be in the element with them, you know? Trying to figure out where I should... Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to include this. But then I'll separate it. Oh, what's going on here? Oh yeah, okay. That's fine. 940, all right. I'll move a little bit faster. Yeah, this is why, honestly, this is kind of why high polys are dead. Takes a lot of time that we just don't have. They still have their place. I wouldn't say they're dead in like... Nice, daddy. Daddy of all. Unity's for losers anyway. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I fail to see your kappa with that message. Maybe Man, there's so many weird ones. Okay. Focus. Must stay focused. It's like Unity basically dominates the mobile realm. They also dominate most of the VR realm as well. But truth be told, it actually doesn't really matter which one you're using as long as it's allowing you to create, right? Right? That's what we all want. Dude, these little like strays are weird as all hell. I'm pretty sure that's an edge that just should not exist, but I'm gonna make sure it's in there. What the hell? Okay, so we got a bunch of random pieces here. This one looks all right. Let's unhide all. Oh, nice. Let's move the random pieces way over here. Unhide. Let's locate these bad boys. All right, this one is here. Who are you near? That one. All right. Project again. Grab. All right. Who's next? This guy. Hey, dude. Let's just take a walk. There we go. All right. Who else is next? This one. Feel included. Oh, there we go. This whole time I've been saving too. It's important to save, guys. Don't get caught with your save down. You know what I'm saying? Dude, yeah. You don't need ZBrush for a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of people have questions, which are also almost always valid. Ah, I kid. They're all valid. They're valid just because they're questions like, how do I use ZBrush if I need to do this? So there are scenarios where you need to use ZBrush. And in that case, I can help. Oh, this probably should go to that one. Yeah. right, 3 more. 947. Okay, save. Relax. Oh, heavy relax. No, you don't use ZBrush at all. You're fine. Am I bad? Why is this not? Like, why is that not relaxing? This is super weird. Oh, there we go. My boundaries were set to smooth for some reason. Orientation, auto, pack. Where are you at? Pack. Gap of 5%. Sure. Oh, that wasted space. Blech. These guys could probably... let's do this. We'll exclude them. Grab these. We'll pack again. Man, so messy. What the hell? There's like overlap packing too. Sure, let's do 20 like you're saying. So these ones technically don't matter all that much. You could just grab them and put them in here. This is a pretty crap unwrap, but I want us to get to the fun stuff. I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why the normalized region packing set gaps per pixel. So you want 5 pixel gap maybe. The background constraint's pretty interesting because basically it looks at like where there's already stuff existing and then just packs to that. Packs outside of it. Grupp, what's up? You made a ton of pancakes? Oh my god. That's awesome. Okay, game tools, presets, UV boundary, island boundaries, harden. Oh man, I don't even remember if it's like, there we go. Okay, so I just harden the edges based on the UV edges. So let's go ahead and export this FBX. Pillar low. Substance Painter, which I haven't opened in ages. I bet it's going to ask me for my login. I still need to fix that. Zero days remaining. Is it going to prompt me? There. No. All right. Where are we at here? Okay, there's the low poly. And then we need the ZBrush. There we go. There's this one. High poly. Textures, bake maps. So usually I do none and just do normal just to do a quick check on some stuff. Let's see here. ZBrush, pillar high. So I've brought in the high poly that I exported out from ZBrush. Let me see if this is even going to work. And then I usually keep this pretty low just so I can get fast bakes. Usually there's a problem right off the bat, so let me see what's going on here. So we got one UV set, that's good. Hard edges on the mesh, that's good. The normal is black, that is not good. Gravity bake packing, that sounds cool. Look at that, use low poly mesh as high poly. That's really good if you want to bake out like AO and stuff on a low poly mesh. So you can get some like good masks from the get-go. Okay, so why didn't that work? Export. Actually, let me see if the UVs. Yeah, UVs are coming through. Okay. Whoa, this music. Let's just make it higher res. Maybe that's the problem. We're just not seeing it. No. Yeah, because the normal is coming, normal map from mesh default. All right, we ran into a hitch, guys. Yeah, you can ask questions. What's up? Mesh center? Dude, that's probably what it is. The weird part is the normal is black, though. I find that odd, right? Did I just, like, bork the mesh? Let's see what's going on here. I'm assuming it's processing. There we go. May I ask, so I want to know about modern pipelines for AAA development in environment. What am I doing most of the time when I work? Propping. Designing. Thinking about layout, lighting. That's about all I can say, though. Yeah, usually it's object center is the problem when you're running into this. So one way to check, so I've decimated this down at least a little bit. Yeah, export that out and we'll go into here. I bet you're right. I bet the scale is like super wrong. Import. Because it's a DynaMesh mesh at this point, right? So it's I mean, that looks like it's in the right spot. Huh. All right. That is super weird. How often do I do props in ZBrush? Once every 2 years. Like, not even kidding. Not UE4, no. We have our own engine. This is super weird. I'm weirded out by this. Apply diffusion, common, high, low. That is so strange to me. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should export this out. So I exported this out as an FBX. Maybe I need to export out this as an FBX. Oh, that would be so strange. So this one. It's always something dumb like that. There it is. It's coming through now. We're also getting some weird smoothing stuff that I'm going to have to solve. But yeah, let's... Good night. Yeah, we got this like weird pinching stuff going on. I wonder if that's in the high poly. Because it's in here. Dude, that's so weird. I don't even know what to think about that. I'll turn the weighting off on the shader. That's where all that stuff's coming from. You see that? It's 10 o'clock, guys. I gotta get out of here. No. Oh. Subnautica, guys. ZBrush. Low. Okay. Yeah, I baked from the one I decimated down. I mean, that could be why, right? So if I have this one and export as an OBJ to the high, takes a little while to export that. Isn't that too much? 2K? No, it's, of course it's too much, but it don't matter. We're just doing tests, right? I just got to read that mesh now. Ugh. Oh, that totally borked it. Hang on here. Shader. I don't want to crease by... Oh, man. Dude, this workflow got super borked by the way that this all smooths now. So I want it to be weighted. crease by hard edges. And I guess this smoothing angle just needs to be like through the roof, right? Do you know what I'm saying, Jed? Like a lot of the stuff got messed up. Like, see, I'm getting weird. You see that there? I mean, that one probably tells me that this UV island here. So where is that at? In UVs. That is here. We're going to just tear that off. What is this one? Yeah, we're just going to tear that off there. Huh. Gross. All right, I will be right back. I've extended my time by a few minutes. So we need to harden that edge, and maybe that'll fix the problem. So basically we're getting these really harsh angles where I'm trying to wrap too far around. This one should be torn too. And then I need to weld this. So basically I'm forcing the normals to go around. The stream will end like any minute here. I just want to make sure I can get this working correctly. With this amazing unwrapped job here. Okay. Right here, we need UVs, soften. So we soften everything, then we harden by the borders again. See these? Because there's such a harsh transition there, I should just make that edge hard. It also looks like it's doing poorly in the UV world. Let's do this. Relax. Relax. Just gonna put this over here. So wherever we have problems like that, it's gonna be pretty nasty. Like this, all this change here, that one's not too bad just because the fall off is pretty smooth. But if it's a hard edge, then you should just hard edge it, you know? So let's go ahead and export this out. OBJ dissol. And then we'll go here. We'll go to here. Project configuration. We'll repoint to the new low poly. We'll hit OK. And then let's make sure that this is correct. High poly. And then we'll do all these as well. Yeah. We don't need ID. Wow, Chris, what's up, man? I'm about to head out, but I'm trying to do some things in here. Nah, it still didn't fix it. That's awesome. But actually, now it's not baking. That's cool. All right, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, getting your latest stream into YouTube. So what I do is actually while I'm streaming, I'm recording at the same time. And then I just directly upload that one. The other thing I do, this is super side tangent, guys, and then I got to get out of here. I go to the audio properties. Where are they at here? Is it this? No. You can separate your audio channels. So you separate your audio channels, and you can have the recording only use audio channel 1, and then the stream uses everything from the rest, and then you're good to go. I mean, I've been streaming like that this whole time. You know how like the videos on YouTube are like portfolio reviews, 4 of them, and then an hour of Discord reviews? That's me just clicking the stop recording and then hit record again. So I'm cutting it myself automatically, and then I'm just going to throw it on. I just drag it onto YouTube afterwards. It's really nice. Yeah. I'm trying something really fast here. After this, I gotta go because it's not going to work. Anyways, thanks everyone for hanging out. We'll get back to this because I need to finish this doorway anyways. But thanks for chilling, guys. It's been good. Let's see, the mesh isn't actually updating. That's really weird. Okay. One more try. I'm gonna take this. Export selected. OBJ. Low 3. Okay. Low 3 exists. I'm gonna go into here. We're gonna just say new. I'm gonna select low 3. Hit OK. Discard. There we go. Mesh is updated now. That's good. Yeah, see where we have these like smoothing stuff going on right here? We got to like chill that all out. Hi. Hi. Bake. Do it. Do it. There we go. Victory, guys. Victory. I'm baking all the maps as well. I'm sure there's still a few areas where that problem is happening. Oh, stream's going to choke a little bit from the baking. I'm back, though. Yeah, so see the, delicious. So now that we have that, I can just do some smart materials. And then stone. Oh man, I lost all my, that's hilarious. Well, wonder if I can open a recent file. Nope. All right, well, let's see here. Dust, fabric, concrete, stone, rock, nothing. Concrete, we can do that. So drag the concrete onto here. Let's go to this, right click here. Cracks, dirtiness. Technical parameters. What? What is all this randomness? Attributes, no? Channel mapping. What about the tiling? What about this one? Does this one have tiling? All right, let's do that one. And then we'll add a... I wonder if you can add like a rust. No, sorry. And we'll hijack this rust and turn it green like that. This is hilarious. And then smart masks. Moss from. Nailed it. Oh, right. Tiling's in here now. There we go. Dude, that's so funny. And then you do a fill layer. Maybe we fill it with like, I don't know. That we don't want any of these maps. We just want the color. And then ground dirt. Nope. Whoa, this music reminds me of like old school like vampire movies. Like Queen of the Damned. Divide, no. That's hilarious. All right. No, so I'll just open up an old Substance Painter file and get the smart material from the other stuff. But I got to get out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is kind of how I do it. You see the payoff too is not very like for baking. It's okay. It's okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a good productive week. Help each other out on the Empire challenges. They're now live today. So yeah. All right. Later, guys. Whoa. Whoa. I'm still on camera. I can't handle it. That got scary. It was like I felt naked for a second. All right, cheers.